Are you tired of watching hours of confusing videos by guitar music theory experts on YouTube and still not understanding a darn thing they're on about? Then you need the Songwriting Inspiration app. For only $5, you can organize 6,000 guitar chords into relative major and minor keys and get tons of fresh new ideas for more sophisticated chord progressions and songs. Downloading Song is like downloading music theory straight into your brain. Link is in the description. Hey, how's it going, dudes? Brad the Guitarologist here, and welcome to part 2 of my series on visiting the studio of former Stevie Ray Vaughan tech, Steve Wilson, and also hanging out with his good friend from the Kentucky Headhunters, Greg Martin, and checking out some of their amazing guitars. In the first part of this series, we left off where I was about to play Greg Martin's 1958 Les Paul Burst. Would you mind too awful much if I plug this into that
No,
Gibson GA20T right there?
No, you play it.
Let's pick up the action right there. I'm gonna hit record. It's already recording. Just if you want to grab it through there. It's like the old school. Yeah,
Like
just
this?
grab it around.
You edit and all that stuff anyway.
Oh yeah, I'll do
You're
some
not like,
fooling around, but
you don't do it like Headhunters. Like we just,
oh, so you're
we're hacks.
loose here.
Oh yeah, I gotta fix that. We'll fix that.
Is that the original?
Yeah, as far as I know.
Probably.
Yeah, we need to
Yeah, get
push
some,
that out, I guess.
There's some tape that needs to be reset. Yeah, let's see if I can do that.
See, I knew I'd get some work out of him.
Is the split spline compressed? Is that the problem?
Let's see. It just needs.
You got to be careful spreading those; they'll snap right.
That's true. That's right. That's right. Yeah. Well, anyway.
I'm just gonna get it on.
Man, this guitar probably needs cleaning too.
I never thought that would be the first thing I would play on a
It's halfway in tune.
It's like with mine, I've got a classic, more recent
Sure.
Les Paul classic. But with that, I'll do the whole neck bendy thing. But on this, I'm like, no.
Do you want a strap or something?
No, I'm okay.
Normally I'd have my strap with me. Yeah, it is. It's got good throat. It's got a real Fendery sound at times. Major 7. Angelic tones.
Really just playing in front of Stevie Ray Vaughan's amp tech over here. It's just like, he's just like, God, get out of my studio and play in front of Greg Martin too.
Man,
it's just like,
I got 5 licks that
like,
I just change them up. So.
Yeah,
Ask Greg how many times I've got it in jam.
That's probably literally with me.
Done.
With who? With who? Yeah.
30 years done.
Oh man, but gosh, dude, this is.
Hollywood Fats. There you go.
There you go, man.
That's about all I got. Do you mind playing for me?
Oh God.
You got to play for me.
Thrown and lets crumbs fall to the pages. God, that amp sounds good.
How's it sound now, man?
Yeah.
How's it sound
I
now?
lobbed it up and you yeah.
You set me up, didn't you?
Yeah. You ever hear Chet Atkins say that? Somebody would say, Chet, that guitar sounds great. He would just casually take it off, put it in the stand and say, how's this sound?
now.
Yeah, man. It's
Now
not-
do some woman tone on there. Come on.
the
Ray.
woman tone. What is that?
That bass pickup, make it.
Now give me a pick. I do
Yeah,
need a pick for
you
that.
need a pick for that. Hang on.
Prop.
Get your pick back.
I need a pick, man.
Mm-hmm.
The woman tone.
Oh yeah. So have you got the tone rolled all the way
Yeah,
off?
you just roll the tone back.
Okay.
Yeah. Leslie West would do it on the a P90 on the Junior with a. You could do it down here too, I guess. I don't.
Oh yeah.
Well, you get more of a.
It works with a lot more gain.
Oh yeah.
And you can crack the tone just a little and bring a little bit of tone.
Oh,
back,
absolutely.
yeah.
That's Carlton's trick. I talked to his tech, Rick Wheeler, back Christmas. He was down with Sam Bush, and when you listen to Larry Carlton, his trick is to run all the way back, then up just a
And
little
up-
bit.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that's
Yeah,
what
that's
I
a
slightly.
really cool. Yeah, I mean, man, I'm not.
There you go. That's what I wanted to hear right
There you
there. That's
go.
what I wanted.
I mean, that's kind of the. Then we get the Watson. There you go.
Sweet, sweet. Yeah, see, that's in very good shape.
Physically, it is.
It's
yeah.
in very good
Yeah,
shape.
it is.
famous jam licks that you... That sounds good.
Yeah, keep playing there.
Yeah, that mic, have a mic out in the room, it sounds like...
Oh, yeah.
The channel, hey, okay, hang on.
What you gonna do?
Okay, channel 2 on these is the one with the, it's got the pentode up front.
Yeah.
So let's try that. Let's try channel 2.
It doesn't work, so I haven't taken it down. The channel 2 works, but the trim doesn't work, so.
Okay, yeah, I won't get on the trim then.
So I don't know if it's correct or not. I haven't.
That's a good sound.
It's got a quack to it.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the lower output, right?
Well, it's a pinto. The gain
Oh,
stage
pinto.
is
It's actually a higher output.
But the amps aren't working exactly like it should. So what's causing the treble not to work is knocking a little gain from that channel. So I just haven't gone through it. I've got that little RCA ribbon mic down there, the DK5. I put it about 2 feet in front of that amp, and then I put the U67 about 8 feet out in the room.
I didn't even see the mic, but yeah, that's the mic alone. Look at,
The ribbon mic on there.
oh, my God. Look at that mic. Oh, that thing's.
Then I take a U67 Neumann
Uh-huh.
and I set it like off a wall on this side.
Right.
And then you can mix that in with the direct.
Oh yeah, and get the ambiance of the
You don't have to
room.
do, no EQ, compression, nothing.
I do that on all of my demos usually. I put a close mic and then I'll get one in the room. Yeah. It's good to know I'm doing something right then.
You always don't you put your mic right above the, or were you just doing it for a joke one day? You had it like right above the amp or something.
That
was a joke,
I
right?
did a joke video
yeah,
where I
yeah,
was
yeah.
putting the mic. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
putting it
yeah.
on the head.
Yeah.
That was.
Don't
Did
feel
it fool
bad.
you?
You know, well, Bill Halverson with Cream. On
I've mic'd it from the
He actually would do that then.
well, he would put it right on the between the speakers, right on the
On the wood,
back.
yeah.
On the wood, yeah.
I've mic'd it from the back
Yeah.
where they get the cavity resonance. And I talk about Larry Carton. I'll tell you a good story. You know Howard Dumble, the Dumble amp guy?
Of course, yeah.
I made a product called the Bias King. Have you heard of that? It's a
Yes.
tube socket.
Yeah.
That was my product. I quit
Okay.
making it years ago. But I got a call at midnight one night from Howard Dumble, and he says, "Steve, this is Alexander Dumble." And I said, "The Alexander Dumble?" He goes, "Yeah, man." He said, "Larry Carlton's tech's picking an amp up. I just serviced for him. It was a Dumble."
Rick Wheeler.
Yeah. And he said, and I had it plugged into the Bias King and I was adjusting the bias. And when he left, he said he wanted to take the Bias King with him. And he said, "I'm not going to let you have it until I can make sure I get another one."
Yeah.
So he called me and said, "Yeah,
Get one of your
I'll send you
products.
one." Yeah, yeah.
How good does that
Oh, that's
feel?
cool, yeah.
That's awesome.
And
That's
he
really cool.
let me put it on the website when I was making. I don't make them anymore, but I
why
thought
not?
that was cool.
Why not?
I had the cables custom molded, and it's a real simple circuit. It's like 1 ohm resistor and a digital meter.
Yeah.
But I made it safe where I did the cathode current, not the plate current.
Okay.
Because plate current can be like 500 volts, and cathode current.
Satan, what is it? What is the product, and what is it? I know I've heard of those, but what does it do?
It's just an octal socket you would plug into your amp and plug the tube into that.
Yeah.
And it ran to the meter through a 1 ohm resistor, and it's
just
Ohm's law. It's a
for
voltage
measurement.
to current converter.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You know what? You just measure across a 1 ohm resistor, and 47 millivolts is 47 milli.
Exactly.
My career
I
really went through the roof after I started using one.
Yeah.
Oh, it did. But Greg and I, Audio Classic, the Svetlana Wing C2 people, they used to
Tell me that story again, because we told that off camera.
Yeah, they used to pay Greg and I to travel across the country to demo their tubes. They bought a 59 Tweed Fender Bassman for us to demo with, and I put a plexi back on it. Showed them how when you adjust the bias, I would take an oscilloscope, show them crossover notch distortion,
Right.
and Greg would
What it sounds
play
like and everything.
let them hear a crossover notch, and then bring it back into the linear part,
Yeah.
and you could hear the difference. And we would tell them anywhere between cutoff and saturation is okay,
Right.
and you can actually tune your guitar amp to it. Tom Kiefer from Cinderella brought me into the studio for 3 days. He had a 200-watt Marshall Major and 412 Marshall cabinets and a blonde Blackguard Tele. And we all had to leave the room, but it was the most beautiful sound I'd ever heard. He had, I got to spend 3 days with Andy Johns in there. It was pretty cool.
Wow. So, yeah, Tom Kiefer from Cinderella. I mean, I remember in '86. I was a kid. You know, I was when
He's a
Night
rock
Songs
star.
came out.
One of the nicest people you would
Yes, he
ever. Greg knows him well. And
Yeah.
One of the nicest people. But just one of my favorite people I've ever
He's
met.
a great guy.
Do you guys go to the NAMS every year still, or do you
We
skip
quit.
that stuff?
We used to a lot. But,
Yeah.
And Greg used to go to all the guitar shows. They would have him come play. But,
Yeah.
You know, we travel for a living. I've traveled for the last 45 years, and I'm trying to stay home now, not travel.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
That's I'm mostly the same way. I did go to that the last one they had in Nashville, I guess last year or whatever, and I had a good time. It was my first and only one.
I enjoy him.
But I had a good time. It
just
was
not
a
up for it
lot of walking. By the end of it, I was done.
Oh, yeah.
Done, real done. But
Yeah, my knees are on the downside now. So.
yeah,
And I don't want more stuff. I want to get rid of stuff now. Greg and I are both talking about
Yeah.
liquidating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point now.
well, I think the problem is a lot of other people have the same idea, so you better beat them.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Could be.
Especially since the Kemper profiler.
Could be.
Well, the profiler would be one thing, but I think it's mainly, everybody is getting to the point where they're no longer able to do the things that they
Absolutely.
were from your age group. So it's.
Absolutely.
My age group, are
Well,
you saying, are
know
you
what I mean.
insinuating?
We're not that-
I'm not insinuating.
You're just telling the
I'm
truth.
telling you.
You're saying we're so young we don't have any
I
experience?
resemble that remark.
Yeah, really is.
I don't want any amp bigger than that G820T. That's the biggest.
Hey, I
amp.
got.
Hey, I'm with
I've
you.
got.
Matter of fact, the DM10 up there's pushing.
I
it.
probably got about 10 basket weave cabinets. Like, what am I going to do with
Yeah.
those?
Oh, really?
Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's ignorance.
You can't even use one now anywhere. I mean,
this out,
nobody will let you take one on
That's
a
right.
stage.
This is not a reissue. This is an original RCA 77DX. Look at
You're
this.
killing me. Oh my gosh.
I've got a mint condition pair of these.
Oh man.
I've got about 7 of these, but these two, I've got 2 just like this. There's the original shipping box for it behind that orange lamp. Go look at that. The red and white box up there.
I was wondering what that was. I saw that earlier. Oh my gosh.
That's the original shipping box for that mic. Yeah.
And yeah, man, some of your other your mic collection is just off the chain. It really is. Like I said, I'm not an expert on mics, and I have a couple cool pieces, but nothing like this.
There's the other one for that one over there, pair.
Well, yeah, wow.
And then we've got a, is this the 44?
So do you ever set these up just for a stereo mic, like a
We've got
session?
a church choir in here a lot. There's
Yeah.
a 44, you know.
Yeah, those are.
That's one of the
gorgeous,
finest
man.
mics ever built
Yeah.
right there. Yeah, and we've got all the bags for them and everything.
Wow.
But if you really want to record that sound, especially, we've got a 2-inch 24-track tape machine, but we never use it because I go through the tube compressors, tube preamps, and the old ribbon mics.
Yeah.
Set the gain just right to where there's a little bit of fur on it.
Yeah.
And it sounds analog, and you go straight into your computer, and when you play it back,
Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah. The edit and just the ease of everything, the transfers and editing and all that.
95% of the stuff you hear on the radio is mixed in the box.
Yeah.
People still record to tape, but if you have the old stuff, you can get by with recording in the box too.
Can we see your tape machine? Did
Yeah.
you say you had a tape machine? Here?
Where's your tape machine at?
It's in this room.
Okay.
It's stuck back in the corner. Yeah, I gotta do the drum set, right?
Hey, oh, I will. What year did you say the custom 20th anniversary was again?
That's a 74.
74, that's right. Yeah, that was, I think that might have been my favorite that I picked up in terms of playability.
Oh, it sounds so good. That Rosewood Telly is
That was a nice guitar.
74, 54 Les Paul.
Your,
Did you sell it? Did you sell that, Steve?
yeah.
You did sell it, right? Steve,
Still what?
you sell the Rosewood?
No, the Rosewood
No, I've
Telly's
still
right
got
there.
it. I absolutely, that's one of my favorite. I use this on a lot.
Those are awesome. I love the hell out of
Here's the
those.
tape machine. We don't ever get it out anymore, but that's the MCI 24, JH24. All the Stone stuff you hear was cut on a machine just like that.
Yeah. Wow.
Don't show Marilyn's boobs, okay? Whatever you do. Those are vinyl LPs. You can. Those are vinyl. They'll play.
No shit. Was it like interviews with her or something?
She sings. She was a singer.
No way. I didn't know
Seriously. We got to play with the Memphis Horns before they died, and they both signed that for me.
that. Wow.
They were so good.
God. Yeah, you've got some just incredible
love
history
the
in this place, dude. I mean, really. A guy sent me an original one like this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like from, I guess
That's
it's
a good
probably the
copy,
40s
man.
or 50s maybe.
It's a Cascade. I use that a lot on banjo, believe it or not. It's a
Really?
great banjo mic.
Wow.
Short ribbon.
It's crazy how you figure this stuff out after doing it for a while.
Yeah,
It's like,
sometimes
oh,
we
this
go
one-
through 4 or 5 mics to find the one we like.
Yeah. Did you ever set up like 4 or 5 simultaneously just so you have shit to pick from?
Oh no, I always make decisions. I've got so many of those, man. I fell in love with those and bought them all up.
Yeah. Well, I got a few you missed.
Yeah,
so.
well, I mean, anytime I found them, I would buy them. Yeah.
Yeah, no. No, they're amazing amplifiers, dude. Those Dan Electros, it's like, and there's something also about the cabinets, like because they're that
Masonite.
the crappy Mason,
Yeah.
the board,
The way they resonate
the press
is
board and
totally
stuff.
different.
It's just like
It's magic.
it is.
It dampens all the highs or something.
It does, and it just
gives them
smooths
that-
it all. Yep.
And you put a mic in front of it, and it just records great.
Yep.
But my partner was Lonnie Mack's bass player, so this is his building, and then the gear's mine.
That was the fellow that we met earlier. Do you
Jay
mind?
Comstock.
Actually, do you mind if we check out some of the other stuff in the front room in just a minute? But I want to check out here a couple of these. I mean, and you said this room was basically like a bunch of overflow stuff, more or less, right?
What
I mean,
now?
this is kind of like a bunch of overflow stuff, like from where
This isn't really the main collection I've got.
right.
This is the stuff that wasn't up on shelves. Yeah, I've got shelves full of stuff. So.
The first.
Did you get Nipper?
I did actually. Yeah, I got him earlier. He's what? Like he's easily 3 feet tall.
Yeah, he's 36 inches.
Yeah, man, that's so
And
cool.
that Victrola actually works. It's got a 78 on it right now. We can play it.
But the first thing I saw when I came into this room was this drum set, and this is what do you know the exact year on this?
No, I don't.
Okay. So you could
It's a
probably
mixed
date it.
kit.
You could
You can
probably
date
date
it
it
by the
from the
badge.
badges. Yeah, it's a. Let's see. Let me try to get it.
Yeah, and here's a round badge down here. This one's a little different.
I'm trying to get the. Is there a serial number on the badge? I can't tell. from here.
I don't know. They've probably written inside the hoops. And there's a round badge on that floor tom, which was a Marching snare.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go.
And
Yeah,
then
this is a pretty decent
The
camera.
rack tom was also a marching snare.
Yeah, this thing.
But these don't resonate like new drums. The shells
it's
are
different.
they're very light, and the shells do something totally different. The shell actually moves with the sound, where the solid birch shells are 8 or 9, 10 ply, and
Yeah.
they're inert.
They're
They don't move.
yeah.
These shells actually move.
Right.
And Fred Young with the Headhunters turned me on to all that, and I just love his drums so much. He plays the 28-inch kick. That's a 26-inch. Bonham played a 26.
That's a beautiful drum
And that's a
set.
hand-painted head up there on that other one. That's the matching bass drum for it. The cowboy on the horse.
Did you get? I'm sure you got it like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just left it up there because I love that head on it.
Yeah. Wow. It's just the things that you'll accumulate in a studio. It's like because
Oh,
it's
yes.
just like. You know, you never know who might come through and will want to record with that thing. It's like, well,
Exactly.
see something, and just be like, I'm playing through that, you know?
Things that make little weird sounds that, you don't use them all the time, but
Yeah.
when you want it, it's there.
That's true.
That's why I keep Greg around. He makes funny little
I
sounds all the
stay here all
time.
the time. I go in that room back there. Little noises.
That little amp sounds good with that guitar though.
That's,
I like it.
do you know the exact year on it? Because I'm pretty it's right in the same, it's in the same ballpark. It's 56 to 58. It's right in that range, but I can't remember. You can date it actually by the type of cloth on the outside. Now some of it had this kind of it's kind of oatmeal. They call this oatmeal. And then there was another type as well, and I can't remember which came first right
I
now.
don't remember either.
I believe this is either 56 or 57, this amp. It's gorgeous, man.
I love it.
It is. I'm an amp guy, so it's like,
Yeah,
you know.
me too.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for part 2 in our series on Steve's studio. I hope you've enjoyed this part. If you have, hit subscribe down below to see the next one. And for now, we'll see y'all later.